All right.
Just getting warmed up. This is hot.
Well,
Michael, we've been recording you all day.
Mike, I've been documenting everything.
well, Dan. Basically, the principles of willing and dealing are is you do whatever it takes to make the deal happen.
That's what I'm talking about.
You
Now,
know.
Mike, do
And
you wear driving gloves while you wheel and deal?
do I wear driving gloves? No. I mean, it depends. If I'm on the golf course, yeah. But if if I'm in the office,
Ryan, do you think wheeling and dealing is a good thing?
Yeah. Sounds like a pretty good thing.
Sean.
Yeah, but don't you think it's kind of wheeling and dealing is like inherently dishonest? Like you're just like a
No.
liar.
I
No,
feel like wheeling and
but-
dealing is like you're turning over. You got a lot of turnover as far as like your deals. So it's like a positive.
Mike, can you let
No.
these
Okay.
imbeciles
All right.
explain
All right. Okay.
wheeling and dealing is, please?
this is wheeling and dealing isn't dishonest whatsoever. You wheel and deal. Let's say if I want to go buy something, it's my job as the buyer to wheel and deal with the person selling. So if I'm going into a used furniture store and they have a couch in there, let's say $75, you never pay $75 for a used couch. You talk them down to the 50. That's wheeling and dealing.
Oh, you're talking about dickering.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Dick.
I
Well,
knew
no.
about it. I know it's something different in my culture. In my culture, it's called dickering.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
No,
Me
dickering is more like trading.
And
So,
bartering. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you have a pint of, let's say, you have a pint
Rock
of
Star
maple
ice cream.
syrup, you would trade the pint of maple syrup for maybe a quart of wood.
A whole
That's
quart.
what the old
Jesus.
Mainers would do.
I feel like dickering though is pretty broad. Like it could encapsulate wheeling and dealing pretty easily.
No, wheeling
yeah.
and dealing is ripping, making moves.
Like
Yeah,
if we're
it's-
out
Wheeling
if
and
we're
dealing
out
is.
having like a power broker business meeting and we're out on the golf course and
That's
I'm trying to land the big client, okay? There might be a little bit of dickering involved.
Oh, hold on, Mike.
Yeah.
Just to tell me if I'm right, Mike. So dickering is a part of wheeling and dealing, but the
Yeah, it can be.
overall, it's part of it. But the overall sale mindset of wheeling and dealing is just getting whatever you got to get done to get the sales through.
Yes, yeah,
It's like wheeling and
that's
dealing.
correct.
You can't have anyone holding you back. You can't have you got to be ripping. You
Yeah,
gotta be
yeah.
moving through the seams. I got you.
If you got to sell somebody something for 5% less than originally, if you have a product that's $100 and you're selling it, so you're selling that product 10 times, wheeling and dealing would be like, if the guy says, well, I just can't really go. Okay, well, what if we take 10% off if you buy 100 of them? That's like wheeling and dealing. It's just
Wheeling and dealing.
So what happens? What do you call it when somebody like rejects your wheeling and dealing? Do you say like, "Hey man, you trying to give me the hi hat?" Would that be appropriate?
yeah. No. See, wheeling and dealing, that's all part of it. So like, if someone rejects it, then when you're wheeling and dealing, the main focus is to get the deal done. So you go into it understanding that they're probably going to object to you, and that's where you wheel and deal to get
So you're
the
on the
deal done.
defensive. You're on the defensive.
Yeah.
You're on the defensive from the get-go. You have an adversarial kind of like notion about what you're trying to accomplish with this person. Like you know they're gonna fight you.
No,
Have
dude.
intellectual sparring about whether
That's
or not
not-
this deal is going to be wheeled. I'm just saying.
That's not
Well-
wheeling and dealing, man. That's Mike. Set him straight.
Okay. Listen, wheeling and dealing is if you're selling something and somebody comes in, so 30% of the people that come in are going to want to buy anyways. Wheeling and dealing is just taking those 30% of those people and making the deal go through you or your company, so they go with your company rather than another company.
Damn. Fucking love
So
it.
they're going to buy. It's not like you're doing any trickery. They got to get something. They came there for a reason, or they need this product for a reason. It's just as a wheeler and dealer, you're going to do whatever it takes to get those people. That 30% out of 100 to get the business. It's not like a trick or anything. It's just you're going to wheel and deal. Yes, and they are going to say no. Why? If somebody's willing and dealing with you, they're going to have objections.
Isn't there going to be trickery? Could there potentially be trickery involved?
Not if you're an honest wheeler and dealer, Sean.
Well,
Yeah,
I
there
mean,
are
it's all
bad
about,
wheeler and dealers out
hold
there.
on. I'm not saying you got to be a liar. What I'm saying is perception is a powerful thing. So if you can just present your argument to a person in a way that like just reframes it, that even though it's not as advantageous to them as they might think because of perception. I mean, that's kind of trickery, you know?
No. Mike's
Some
on
Let
your
me, let
side.
me just say something.
What's that?
I have no idea what you guys are fucking talking about. This is like going straight over my head, dude.
Listen, this is wizard talk. You know what we're
No,
talking.
we're
Mike is
talking
a
about
wizard.
the main principles of selling
Uh-huh.
and if it's ethical or not ethical to sell, and if willing and dealing is ethical. And in my mind, willing and dealing is ethical as long as you don't. Yeah, you could use willing and dealing to be, you could use it, you could use it to sell to people that maybe don't need something. Yeah,
Where did you learn about wheeling and dealing?
Uh,
Just
Did
doing
you
the
it.
learn it? Did you learn about it from the Dickers?
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, dickering is a part of wheeling and dealing, but it's like dickering's a little bit different. Wheeling and dealing is just, you're wheeling and you're dealing, man. I mean, you're selling and you're dealing and you're getting rid of things and you're taking things in and you're constantly just moving stuff. It's just you're in a natural state of like flow. You're just wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, that's
You're just
exactly it.
constantly going, whether it's, you're trading this 3 pints of maple syrup for a quart of wood, or, whether you're whatever the case may be, whether you're saying, hey, I'm going to shovel 10 sidewalks for you if, you give me an ounce of this.
What do you?
That's wheeling and dealing.
Do you
That's
like
like dickering with wheeling and dealing.
all of these examples make me think you like live in the wilderness.
Well, Mike basically did.
Like you live up on a mountain.
Yeah.
I like you like, hey man, I'll shovel your driveway if you let me sleep with your daughter.
Yeah, that would be like a dickering. That would be like a perfect example.
Wow, riveting stuff.
Give me a beat!
All right, everybody. My name is Sean. This is the Zoo Box. We're a podcast about nothing. Everybody, go around and no last names. I don't want to be involved in the Dickering Gate. Okay. I don't want somebody to dig this up in 5 years and being like, "Oh man, that's the guy who's all about dickering."
Or dickering for women and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And this wheeler and dealer over here, he's trying to defend his unethical approach to business.
Well, I'm Dan.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Ryan.
And like I said, this is the Zoo Box. We're a podcast about nonsense, exclusively about nonsense, some of which you may have just heard if you haven't fallen asleep yet.
Very good.
And yeah. So what's
All right.
hot? What's the hotness? What's going on? What
I mean,
is
the
everybody's
Patriots
day
just
been?
won today, so that was pretty
Oh.
nice.
Well, the Patriots.
Good game.
They barely won.
Barely. Yeah, it was like fucking barely.
That was actually a terrible game to watch as a Patriot fan. I don't think I've ever seen Tom Brady struggle so hard.
Oh, yes, you have. It's just been a while.
No, just in recent memory.
Mike, you didn't watch it, did you?
No, I did not, sir.
Neither did I. Mike, do you even watch football anymore?
Not lately, man. I'm too busy getting after it in the bedroom.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Is that what Sundays are now?
Yeah.
Sunday fun days. That's what
Where
we
did you
call
move
it.
to? Did you move to Cuba or something?
You're a communist now, right, Michael? Isn't that...
Not quite, Dan. I'm on my way, but
So the
not-
Sundays are no longer the Lord's Day; they're the banging day.
Yes, exactly.
Sundays are the day for flesh.
Yes.
the flesh of the body, just not of Christ, right? No more of that.
No. That's for another day. Not Sundays.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. What do you guys think about this fucking Trump nonsense, man? What do you guys think about that stuff?
Oh boy, jumping right into it.
No, I'm just curious. Like, legitimately, I mean, it's just interesting. It's current.
I think it's a little silly.
Seems
Yeah. But whatever, it's a game. In the end of the day, it's just a big game, so I'm not surprised.
I know, but like, who? All right. So if you had to marry, fuck, kill would you between Trump, Hunter Biden, and Elizabeth Warren, aka Pocahontas? Who would you do? Who would you do and why? Who
Wait,
would you do?
wait. What's going on with Trump?
uh, Mike's
He's
been
dead.
wheeling.
Didn't you
Mike,
hear? He's dead.
Mike's been wheeling and dealing pretty hard. No, he. Long story short, they're trying to impeach him, which does not necessarily mean he's going to be kicked out of the White House, but that they're trying to say that he did something with Ukraine, which is probably not true.
Because Bill
It's a big
Clinton was impeached, but he never stepped down, right?
Yeah, Bill Clinton was impeached. Yep.
But they need a Senate majority for the impeachment to go all the way through, and that's not going to happen, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not a legal expert. But
He most likely will not be removed from office, whether or not he's
Well,
impeached.
It's
Even
just an
if you're
inquiry. It's not.
even if you get impeached, there's not going to guarantee removal from office. So
Right.
it's just kind of like whatever. It's just a big bunch of bullshit. They're not focusing on things that they need to anyway.
So what did he do?
He supposedly asked a foreign leader, which if there is no, he didn't ask the foreign leader, but the Ukrainian president to kill Joe Biden's son, and we.
See, that's
we
a
were
perfect
like,
example of wheeling and dealing.
yeah.
Well, actually, this would be a good example of wheeling and
Of
dealing.
wheeling and dealing, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was just like, hey, I hear Joe Biden's kid and Joe Biden had some squirrely relationship with you guys a couple years ago, where there was some sort of money, some sort of fraudulent cash exchange or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, can you look into that for me? And the thing what they're trying to say for impeachment is that he was wanting that information with supplying Ukraine with foreign aid, which would be an abuse of his position and power.
Well, that's not what they first said. They said
But
that
what he did do is actually a very good example of what we were kind of talking about before with the wheeling and the dealing, because like he never specifically says that. It's just kind of the subtext of the phone call, because the only reason that the Ukrainian president is talking to Trump in the first place has to do with foreign aid. And then these other
that's
things.
Not true.
Yes, that's the subtext of the call. There's no other reason, because we were withholding aid for whatever
No, I
reason.
thought the point of the call was he was congratulating
Yeah.
the Ukrainian president.
Yeah, that's what it was about. Because he actually just won the election.
Yeah.
But the aid did not get froze, I thought, until a month later.
No, it was frozen 8 days before.
Yes.
I
So part of the conversation on the Ukrainian president's side was definitely like, yeah, what's going on with that? And he kind of like, he needles it a little bit. He's like, oh, I think you're so great. Hey, I stay at Trump hotels. Like, he's just they're all just kissing each other's asses. But Trump is, whether you want to say smart or evil or whatever, like he's just like, he's going to ask you for something without actually asking you for it. And that's kind of what happened. And now everybody's all up in a kerfuffle about it.
Well, but there was no specific language that he actually asked for.
But you know what the thing is?
I
think that this was Trump goading the Democrats into going through with the impeachment thing just to make them look bad. Because as soon as he did that, he announced he was releasing the transcripts. So it was
and that's the stupid thing about. At the end of the day, dude, we're not a fucking political commentators. That's just stupid anyway. I mean, it's just a bunch of hoopla. You know what I mean? Like, we all know that, like, the fucking Democrats are evil, and
that's what Dan's like. When I brought this up, I thought everybody was just going to say this is ridiculous, and we'd
I thought that was going to be it. That was my wheeling and dealing for the day. I thought we were just going to get it done.
What I know about it so far, just from this brief conversation, I would say that is a perfect example of somebody wheeling and dealing, asking for the business without actually asking for it.
Yeah,
it's one of the main principles of wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, well, because you don't want let people on.
You don't want people to know that you're being a scumbag.
Yeah, you want to
you could say that this is part of the large tapestry of the art of the deal.
Yeah. Oh wow, dude! Then he puts out a second book after his presidency, and then he admits to doing it. That would be a fucking legend move. That would be legend.
What's that book that Sun Tzu wrote?
The Art of War.
The Art of War.
He's gonna write part 2.
Just like you could do it too. If anyone were shrewd enough, it would definitely be President Donald J.
Trump and his son Barron. How does he have a kid that's like 8 years old? That kid's like young. Like, it's crazy. Think of it. That kid's what, 8, 10 years old?
Yeah, dude.
I
I
think
think
so.
it's 12.
I mean, the kid's addicted to vaping, and he screwed us all.
He vapes?
That shit's fucking
No,
bullshit.
I have no
man.
idea.
You know what I'm saying? They're getting rid of all this vaping for what? Let all the fucking people who like to suck robot dicks just slowly die, and it's fine. It's like cigarettes. Just let them do it, dude. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, why the sudden push to ban vaping when cigarettes
Well,
have
because
been around
12
for?
people have died since like in the past
But
like X
here's
amount
the
of months.
thing:
They're black market.
right, and they're
Yeah.
generally contributed to THC oil. So it's just like people read headlines and freak out.
Well, that's like the meme rumor was that like Barron was addicted to vaping and Melania freaked out.
No way! Shut up.
No, yes, the meme, Dan, the meme, not the truth.
What is Melania Trump's thing? You know, like Michelle Obama had like the fucking school lunch
Fitness,
thing.
health.
No,
Yeah.
bullying.
Oh,
That's
No,
not.
like-
That's 100% true. That's like the
You think
joke.
Trump like the world's largest bully though?
Yeah, but that's the joke. I mean, like it's not an intentional joke on their part, but Melania, that was the cause she decided to take up was school bullying and like digital bullying.
Dude, she looks like a cat, dude. She looks like a cat. You ever really look at her? Dude, she makes no facial expression.
Goddamn sleepwalker over
she
here.
can't move her face, man. How can she make
Dude,
faces?
you know what? Seriously though, I'd be making the same facial expression if I had to have that orange man. That's probably
Well,
taught
see,
me.
this is like going back to what you said before, the marry, fuck, kill thing. That's why you marry Trump. Because
Yeah.
you're probably going to have sex with him like maybe 4 times in your entire relationship.
No way,
There's no
dude.
way.
He fucking slams
He's
that.
yeah.
shit.
Not after you
Yeah.
get married, though. Not after you get married. Then
I don't know.
Nah, dude. He's
dude, he's slamming that puss. He's just all,
He is.
ugh.
Yeah, I think he gets into it.
yeah. He's in that. Like, dude, Trump is like a
Little
like.
Dickering going on, not to be confused with wheeling and dealing.
I think what Trump has done and it's ingenious is that he is definitely not the person really running shit. I think he's got a lot of good people around him, and I think he's just going to do whatever it takes to get elected.
Well, I agree with you. I don't think he knows what he's doing. And then like when he
Well,
people try to cover for him and
well, I mean, it's not really fair to say he doesn't. Not that we really know.
Yeah,
But
but
if I had
people
to
like
guess.
the unfiltered.
Yeah,
portion
me too.
of-
I do.
like
I think
that.
it's better
like
than
it.
anything like fucking Hillary Clinton's ever fucking said in her whole fucking like Jesus.
Uh,
Listen, everybody loves Trump. Okay, you can't go wrong with him.
I mean, I think it was something ridiculous. Like 70% of Indians voted for Trump in America.
What?
well, it's because they're business minded.
Not Native Americans, Michael.
Yeah,
Indians.
don't be racist, dude. If we would said
Jesus.
Native Americans, we would have said so, sir. This is not. We didn't just get off the Mayflower, Michael, thinking we're in India.
I don't know, man. I think it's all
That's
fucking.
because that's like a culture that's business minded. Like, and they think that like Trump is going to be good for business in general because he's gonna, which he has done, right? Like he's lessened regulations, standards, pollution, shit like
Lessons?
that's like.
Is that even a fucking word? Lessons?
I'll tell you, he
Lessons?
really helps with the taxes.
Is that a word?
Dan's like, let me just get right in on the most important thing you just said.
lessons is definitely a word.
Lesson?
What? Did you just say lessender?
I never heard. I can't think of it like how it sounds funny.
Lessesen.
Lesson, not lessened. Lesson.
Pretty sure lessened is.
I don't fucking know.
No,
Okay.
I don't think it is.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's probably that's redundant, so it would just be lesson.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Anyway, we make it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, big brain on this one.
No, I just sounded weird. I was just, I don't want you to get it called out, dude. I don't want you, like, when people listen to our shit, they're like, you can't even speak correctly. And I was like,
Well, we're already all right. So
yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, Dan's already come out as an alt-right incel. So,
I mean,
how early are you going to get to the theater on Thursday to get in line for the Joker?
I want to get in the middle of the pack. In the middle.
So you have bodies in front of you and the bullets start flying?
No.
Wasn't that the whole thing?
What?
Like with the Joker thing about these incels are gonna come and
No,
increased chance of a
Army-
shooting or something?
They release something. They do that shit all the time, and they got like possible threats, and all the military does that shit because you had a couple people on the internet relating it to the guy that did the shooting in Aurora. Because
Well, so what happened was like a bunch of these like awful film journalists like the modern day film journalists, like saw Joker and were just like somebody needed to pull out a fainting couch and be like, this is a call to white violence and
Yeah.
yada yada yada. And you're just like, Jesus Christ, guys! I think it's okay to have violence and like we can't now. We're just saying like we can't have movies about violent weirdos.
Well, not
Obviously
only
not.
that, I think like some of the early reviews I saw, it's a lot more nuanced than that, like the film. So it's
Well, I
just, people obviously haven't seen the fucking movie.
You know what the weird thing
no,
is?
no
This
those
is like this
people.
is like totally reversed.
What do you mean?
Like when you grew up, it was like the Republicans or whatever that didn't want violence in movies, like,
Yeah.
super strict. And now it's like it seems like the Democrats are freaking out about this kind of stuff now. It's like reversed.
Well, yeah, I think that's a fair point. It's a fair assessment.
It's just the extreme left, like not even extreme, but just the loud
It's
minority.
it's
Just the
no, well,
internet.
it's Hollywood. That's like then the people that run media.
Well, did you see what Warner's brother did? They
What?
blocked all reporters and journalists from coming to the opening or whatever.
Yeah, I think that had.
No,
I have a sneaking suspicion that's because of Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips being like, "Fuck these people."
wait.
Yeah.
They blocked all journalists from going to see it.
No, they're not going to be on the red
The
carpet,
screen,
which
yeah.
they're not. No, they're not going to be on the red carpet, which means they're not going to be They're not going to get interviews on the red carpet
Fucking good.
because they think
they need
because
to teach them
basically
a lesson, dude.
Warner Brothers is basically like, "Oh, you're going to ambush them with awkward questions on the red carpet of their movie premiere," which
I'm just saying,
it's
you know what?
really
Dude, they just need to ambush them at home. That's what they should do.
well, it's inappropriate, like relative to the setting. Like, if somebody wants to go home and write like a thoughtful critique or piece or something like that, where they present a cogent argument about why they think this, then that's fine. But like bum rushing somebody on like a press tour for the fucking Joker movie is really disingenuous. Like asking,
I didn't think the guy bum rushed him, did he? Or not from what I saw.
no, well, asking Joaquin Phoenix like, "Hey, do you think this movie's going to cause real world violence?" is completely inappropriate. Like it's.
I mean, that's the same shit they were saying to Quentin Tarantino. back
Why
then.
is it inappropriate though?
Yeah, it's
Because
yours.
why does like a movie? What is the star of the movie like? Why are you putting that responsibility on them
Yeah, that's true.
to have anything to do with this? It's art, guys. Like art can be challenging. It could be things that you don't like. It could be ways to experience like really heinous shit in a safe way. Like
Well, do you think the reporter had like
I think there was.
ulterior motivations, just trying to get a gotcha moment?
Yeah, I think they're looking for a soundbite.
Did you just assume that it was a woman that asked?
What?
Did you just assume that you said she?
No.
Why is it? Yeah, why is it a woman, right?
Wow.
Oh wow!
My bias, man. I can't
Well, we're
Yeah.
not gonna have any. We're not gonna have any on this podcast.
Get out of here!
No. But wait, hold on a second. So why do they think that there's going to be violence from this movie?
Because it's violent. I mean, it's got a lot of violence, but I think it's also very close to like lower class and upper class, and how the lower class is mistreated by the police, and it's like I don't really know. I've never seen it,
Listen,
but
I read the script. Joker is Antifa, kind of, and but he's the hero and he's also the bad guy at the same
Right.
time. So these fake adults, these like Arrested Development adults that get to review movies for a living, can't separate the two, can't understand the difference between like that you can hold two ideas in your mind at the same time. Like they don't understand that. And because of the character, like, they talked a lot about because he's white, because he's obviously a little bit of a weirdo and like lives with his mom, and how this is like a rallying cry for like these
angry white man.
yeah, incel alt-right nuts who go and shoot up Walmarts and yada yada yada. So like that, it becomes like this kind of disingenuous talking point. It's weird. Like this is kind of the people like you got to ask them like, well, if you don't think like Joker should get a wide release, which some people were calling for, not everybody, but it's like, should we stop selling like the movie Taxi Driver? Like, should we not be allowed to watch that anymore? Like, what is?
Well, Sean, I really don't want to see a white person go around shooting, poor people. It's not necessarily good for society.
He's the poor person, just like in Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver was a big point of inspiration for
Sean,
Joker.
but he has his white privilege. He will always be better. He will always be better than anybody else. because he's white. And you know that's true. Because you know what, Sean? I know from the trailers he gets health care. So he must be doing all right.
I don't know if he gets health care, but
Well, I'm pretty sure he gets state-run health care, Sean, because he gets seeing professionals or something.
pretty sure I saw him with a paramedic. Pretty sure.
I feel like these journalists are probably also trying to hurt the bottom line because all these fuckers want are like some vanilla Marvel movie. You know what I mean?
No.
Well, they're trying to destroy cinema just in general, but like I would say it's just for attention. Like they don't even think that far ahead about like what actually they're doing and how actually like they have framed this movie as like now something that maybe like weirdo incels will actually seek out now. Whereas before it might have been a handful of people that felt that way. Now this will be like something because now that everybody's going to say that's what it is just to be assholes. Like, you know, we started making a mistake like in 2012 where people started like paying attention to online trolls and treating them like they were honest actors, like speaking their truth. Like, and it's just really gotten away with itself.
Did you see what the Anti-Defamation League did recently?
Well, this is kind of that is an extension of that of what we're talking.
You can't have a bowl cut, bro.
Or
cuts and OK symbols are now officially hate symbols.
Mike, do you know what we're talking about right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know you used to have a fucking bowl cut when you were a kid, you fucking racist.
Hey, leave me alone, Dan. That's the only thing I could get.
You guys ever seen that meme where it's like, you know, like kids with their haircuts today, and it's like when I was a kid when we used to get haircuts, you know, it's like the kid's got a bowl cut and he just looks dumb. It's like, yeah, that's fucking true.
Dude, those haircuts, man, I hated them.
Dude, my God. Dude, they were the worst haircuts
Why
ever.
would someone do that to their kid?
I don't know.
Because they hate them.
You'd have to talk to your mom.
Like, what kind of fucking parent does that? You know what I mean?
No, I don't know how they fucking got away. Like, how is it that, like, what hairstyles was in the 90s?
Hey, we should outlaw the hairstyles, not the movie. I mean, come on.
Well, Mike, they did. They did outlaw a hairstyle, Michael. You can't have a bowl cut.
I don't know where the bowl cut comes from.
It's from the Charleston shooting.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, the controversy surrounding it? Is that where Dylan Roof? Is that
Yes.
He did have like a...
Whoa. Guys, we're going to need to bleep his name out. Sean, that's on you. We can't support these kind of people. So from now on, we're going to go Pylon Roof.
Unironically, I kind of agree with that.
No, I do too. 33 minutes in. All right.
Oh, no. Jesus, I was kidding, guys. Fuck.
Yeah, why do we have to cut that?
I was making a joke. No.
Are you trying to get somebody killed, Michael? Jesus. You're all about wheeling and dealing, which is basically lying to people.
We're not playing into that bullshit.
You're talking about disrespecting the Lord's Day.
Listen.
Just making it a day of the flesh.
Hey,
This kid's out of control. He's out of control.
This is what we say.
Zoobox indeed.
Okay, so person in the future that's listening back through our catalog
Yeah.
to try to ruin us.
Yes.
Do not support white supremacy or any type of racist ideology. Except
Unless they're really asking for
it's
it.
from outer space, by the way. We will discriminate against them because they're not part of the universe. Thank you. Area 51 raid shall happen eventually.
We will find the truth.
Yeah.
We will Naruto run right in there.
The only thing I ever see when I see people talking about aliens is people in a white tank top that's very dirty eating a very shittily made hot dog bread sandwich. And it's dripping down their shirt. That's what I see.
Well,
Dan, you are just a memer, huh?
And I talk about aliens all the time, and I've never worn one of those in my life.
Mike, you a tank top, my man. I've seen it. You like to run on them, and your underwear. So, if anyone, you would know about aliens,
Hey, I'm a believer, brother.
brother.
Do
Ryan,
you believe in aliens, like in the sense that you think that there's like actual evidence for them, or you think that like, well, statistically, we cannot be the only thing in the universe?
All of the above.
Michael.
What?
Tell him that time that the alien gave you blue balls.
No, but I do believe in aliens. You know, I mean.
It's not like he had a flashback. No.
No. I mean, come on. You guys don't believe in aliens?
I would believe in the reason Sean said the second one, as far as just because there's no way there's not something out there.
Yeah, I believe in the possibility of aliens.
Oh,
Guys, I'm pretty sure most people already believe in aliens. It's called Jesus Christ. And
well, that is actually a religion.
What,
Oh no, it's
Christianity?
not. No, it's not. I met this old guy one time, and he believed Jesus came from
No,
space.
but technically, if Jesus came from anywhere, he would be an alien,
Isn't
other
that
than this world.
Dan's like, yeah, listen, I just watched this video about breaking down Superman, and he's basically Jesus, and he's an alien.
No, but I mean, like, if you seriously break down the fundamental of what an alien is, then
I
anything from this world would be an alien.
Yeah,
Demons,
I
all
just can't believe
be
you guys don't
aliens.
believe in aliens.
Well,
I-
I do with a lot of qualifiers. I mean,
The Navy did just say they actually legitimately
So
like
you
chased after
believe you
people.
don't believe that aliens have come here before?
Oh, I don't see why they haven't.
I'm not sure.
Mike, have
I
you ever
don't
heard of
know.
David Icke?
What is it?
David Icke.
David Icke? No,
Well, David Icke believes that the
Oh,
world is run by lizard people.
What if
I don't know if I believe that, but
Why? Why, Mike?
it's just not what I believe. I'll have to look
Think about
into
it.
it, do
Some
more
aliens
research.
come down, dude, and they're wheeling and dealing with the leaders of this world. That's what they're doing, dude. They're wheeling and dealing, and they're using people as resources. And have you ever seen The Matrix, Michael? It's all connected.
Well,
Where you being used as batteries?
Mike, I have a question for you.
yeah.
What
go
if
for
an
it.
alien came to Earth and started taking your sales? How would you look at him? How would you feel about him?
Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be too happy.
About to wheel and deal this motherfucker back
now,
to
if somebody were to say, like, I don't know, propose building a space wall,
No,
would
a
you
space
support
bubble,
that?
a giant space bubble.
Oh my
What the fuck is that movie? There's
Under
a
the
movie.
Dome?
Yes, Under the Dome.
No,
Well,
here's
there's
the
a
thing.
TV show and a book, but yeah.
We have for sure been visited by aliens before.
Why is
100%.
that?
It's just so unlikely that we haven't that we have.
Yeah,
Are you saying that, like, for a fact, you really think for a fact?
Yeah, for 100%. I'm 100% confident that people have seen aliens. I never have, but I'm 100% sure other people have. And I believe that they've come here before. Why wouldn't they?
Like,
What
are
if
you a fan of Nicolas Cage movies?
I used to when I was a kid, not
Oh.
recently.
Dude, you should watch The Knowing.
on
No,
a
I mean-
serious note, what if we're just like the first aliens? Like we just haven't.
That's what I
made
thought
it to
about too.
space
That's what
yet.
that's what I was
Are you-
gonna say. You know,
Guys,
Like-
you should watch the show
Battlestar.
Battlestar Galactica. Yeah.
That's what I did for my 20th
Why?
birthday.
What does that mean? That humans were like the first ones to explore space?
Exactly.
Yeah, that we're also like, just we're an alien species as well that just kind of colonized places first.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
That
what if
that honestly might make more sense to me than aliens visiting Earth.
So you're saying like you're like a Mormon?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, but
Everybody
what if
gets Earth.
what if we fly into space and we get out there and we visit some other planet and there's just other people just like us, but they're like in like the 16th century living.
Yeah.
Then I guess we'd reign as gods.
No,
We'll probably
No,
take
but
over.
here's the thing: you can't get back there because it takes so long to get there. So like we would just visit once, and then they would think that there were aliens out there, but they were really just other people.
Wait. So hold on. So let's like break this down.
Maybe that happened to us.
There was
No,
actually
hold on.
a movie about this.
It's called Stargate.
It's called Hard to Be a God, and it's a
really?
It's a really slow Russian movie.
Sounds terrible. But like, are you saying, Mike, like once they get there, then they can't go anywhere else, so they're just stuck there?
No, we
No,
just
it
go
takes-
once.
Yeah, you just go once because of the if we went, we would just go one time because of the time and then the money and the energy to get there.
Yeah, but like there would be no benefit of going there just once. What would be the
Well-
benefit?
The benefit would be we just experimented just to do it.
Yeah, we're on a fact-finding mission. We just stumble across this.
Nah, that seems like a really huge waste of time, though.
No, not if
because
we're just stumbling. We stumble across it.
no,
So
no,
what? Like,
It's not your intention to go to a 16th century other
No,
Earth.
I hear you, but I'm just saying, like, if we did, we would have to do something. Like, we would get embedded in their society, have to, like, try to figure out what's going on. Like, we would not just go, like, well, I guess we're just passing by. We'll
No,
just,
Dan.
you
Yeah,
know?
you can't
Dan.
leave.
we would be out there exploring and then we would find something and then end
What
up
is this
there
fucking
and then not be able to
Star Trek?
get back.
Have you ever seen Planet of the Apes?
Yes, I have, Brian. That is 100% different.
Is it?
Yes. Wait,
What?
what are you talking about?
Well, it's because
Do you not
don't they
remem-
think
do
they
you
found
not
another
remember
planet?
the end of the first movie?
Right, it's the same. Is it an Earth?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So isn't that the same thing?
No, they time travel basically. That's what they did.
Yeah, they go through like a wormhole or something and end up just crashing back on Earth.
No, I thought was it a wormhole, or I thought that just like
I don't know if they really explain it. They probably do. It's
no,
been
because
a
everyone
while.
died.
I
But
thought they
everyone
took a
died.
nap or something.
Yeah, they went to go to a little hyper chamber, sleep chamber shit,
Yeah.
hibernation. Yeah.
All right,
I
sorry.
don't know. Either way, Mike, aliens are probably real. But if you were gonna fucking do anything with them, what would you do?
What would I do with an alien?
If you so an alien just shows up, bro, like you're just sitting there right now, you hang up, you go in the backyard, maybe you're doing your little butterfly crunches, whatever, Captain Crunches, I don't know, and then an alien
You
comes out, just walks into your backyard. What would you do?
okay, Dan? I'm gonna break it to you straight here. This is what I would do. I would go to the store, buy a pack of
Wait, so
cigarettes.
you would leave them? You would leave them in your backyard with your family in the house? Like,
Yeah, Dan, do you want me to tell you what I'm gonna do?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. I would go to the store, buy a pack of cigarettes, sit them
Yeah.
down, have a cup of coffee, and interview them, and just find out what they're about, and I think if you casually smoked with one, it would I don't know, like it's easier to talk to somebody when you're smoking like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
like
just
it's like an icebreaker without having
Yeah.
to do anything because you both
Yeah.
have a common thing, which is you smoke.
yeah.
Mike, okay, so we're gonna do a little mock interview right now. So what I'm gonna be the alien, and I want you to ask me some questions. And so we're sitting in your backyard. Go ahead. I'm smoking.
Okay. First thing I would say, how did you get here?
I can see it. Just like yeah, that's all I know.
And then Michael flicks a cigarette in his face and says, "What did you say to me?"
And he pulls a gun out from his like running shorts, his little running shorts.
Yeah, because he's in a place where there's a stand your ground law. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That alien is dead.
You know what? If I met an alien, do you know what I would name him? Paul.
Well, Dan, he's not gonna be your pet, dude.
No, whoa.
Is that how you think of other life forms?
Fine. Mine, and I'm gonna name him Armadillo.
Well, Dan, here's a scenario for you. What if I met this alien and we didn't even need to speak? He could just read my thoughts, and he had some kind of weird thing like an antenna that touched my head, and I could read his thoughts.
I have a question, Mike.
Yeah.
Say you throughout your conversation, you find out this alien is female, okay?
Yeah.
And you're compatible, you can reproduce with this female alien, and you fall in love.
Okay.
Would you leave your family and they say, I'll take you back to my world. Will you come with me? Will you do it?
Well, it depends what they look like.
Yeah. Okay, like relatively, like maybe not. It's a humanoid, but you
Yeah.
still find it somewhat attractive. Like
Yeah, there's
To
an
get,
attraction.
like-
you fall in love.
you might have to get over its meat curtain.
No way. It cannot be humanoid because then that just cheapens this experiment.
No,
Like,
no, no.
are you willing to take one for all of humanity to
Yeah.
see if we can crossbreed with an alien species?
Would you do it?
Yes.
Mike would wheel and deal. He's like, okay, listen, I come with you for 6 months, okay, and then
No, I don't know. I don't know if I would. I
You
mean,
give me
that's-
6 children.
No, you can't walk you back now. I'm sorry.
no, this is it. Do you guarantee I orgasm every time? And they're like, and you're like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you assume that they speak the same language as me?
Because I mean, obviously, for the sake of the joke, that is why I do that. But I just can't imagine anybody from another. Dude, we live on the same fucking planet, and we got people that live in Mexico or South America that speak a completely different language. So
No. Yeah, I understand
imagine-
that, but
I would
why don't you
imagine.
just assume that they could read my mind and I could read their mind?
Hold on. Just pause 1 second. You know what the best part of that was? Is that when Dan talked about places that don't speak English, he probably picked the 2 places you are most likely to run into people that speak English. Continue.
Well, the whole world speaks English, dude. When I was
Most
in Turkey, everyone speaks English.
Most likely.
Well, I mean, so what? Yeah, 'cause we're close to all the fucking America, you know, or North America, of course.
You've just been wheeled and dealed.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, there's other ways to communicate too. If you knew anything about wheeling and dealing, you would understand this.
I guess I don't.
Jesus, man.
Mike pulls his dick out, just touch it so I can communicate.
Yeah, that's part of it.
That's my phalange thingy. Touch it.
Their culture hasn't reached the point where that's sexual assault, so they accept it.
Yeah. That's how they communicate. Just
They're
let
gonna
me
we're gonna be in a lot of trouble in 30 years, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
When they go back and they find out you did that.
You know what
Yeah,
would be funny though? If after we've been waiting for hundreds of years, thousands of years since the dawn of time to finally meet an alien in open form, the whole world knows, and he does it, but the alien hugs a woman for just a little too long, and that's the first thing that the world talks about, how he's just a pervert.
yeah, the alien gets canceled.
An alien shows up with a bowl cut, and he does the okay sign, and he's we knew it.
Yeah, the alien goes back to its home planet. Yeah, and they're like, I don't know what happened. People just started freaking out, and
According to our data, we were looking, they all love bowl cuts. They loved them. They kept raving about them for weeks. So what do? Go up, we put on a bowl cut. We do the okay symbol, and next thing you know, we're getting told they can't come back. We're not welcome anymore. If you keep your damn technology, we don't need it.
Yeah, I mean they're real.
Yeah, probably.
I like that's the button, totally.
Yeah, totally. I don't know, man. I think there's a sense of it's a good sense of things about aliens. Probably real or not, but you know what? I'll leave that up to Joe Rogan and his expertise.
Well, listen. When I say alien, I just mean anything alienly. So it could be, like a little bug or something.
Yeah.
Not of this world, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't want to listen. I know what's going to happen when they finally find another fucking organism on the thing. I'm like, oh my god, it's a cell, and everyone's going to be like, we don't fucking care.
That's already happened.
Well, no, we don't officially know. They found fossilized and shit, right, or something like that.
Well, there's just because if there's water underneath Mars, then you could say that that lives room for growth. So you have single cell organisms, stuff like that.
Wait. Did you all hear what Elon Musk wants to do to Mars?
Well, he wants to turn it into a living world. He can live there.
Yeah, but doesn't he want to shoot it with a nuclear bomb?
What? No, I didn't hear that.
Right.
No, I think that's the real thing. I think he wants to shoot it.
I want to tell you right now, dude, that sounds like some evil fucking villain shit from a movie. Hey, just give me a nuke, dude. We're gonna and then he faces it at the world, and he's like, "Listen, I'm holding you hostage."
Isn't the American government already do that?
No. Let me explain to you why he wants to do it. He wants to shoot it into Mars, so it kind of creates a Big Bang theory.
Oh, you talking about it would basically create some kind of cloud coverage all over the world.
Atmosphere.
Yeah.
Atmosphere stuff. I don't know.
That's a real thing. He wants to do that.
Might as well try. What's the harm?
I mean, ain't nothing up there anyway, right? There's these aliens living on the ground. What's happening? What is going on? We just had these robots here for 40, 50 years. They just start dropping shit on us. What the fuck? We lumped the Martian. We lumped him. Matt Damon's a goddamn hero. That's one of my favorites. That's actually a good movie, I'm just saying.
Our beautiful invisible world.
Yeah.
No, but that's what he really wants to do. He wants to nuke it.
Well, I believe that Lord Stephen Christ is from Mars, and that's where it really all...
So do they know for sure that there's water in Mars?
No, we don't know for sure.
I think they found water molecules, I thought.
They found something up there, dude. But fuck that shit, dude. Fuck Mars. Fuck Mars.
Why, Dan, you wouldn't go up there?
Damn, we don't have time, dude. Greta Thunberg said we only have 10 years till the fucking world ends.
But seriously though, this is my greatest fear. Do you know what would be my greatest fear, dude? Listen, this is so fucking true. So you send, let's say, 60 couples or whatever, right? You send them to Mars. Someone's cheating on somebody. Who's going to be the law and order and all that shit? Who's going to be in charge of this stuff?
It's not against the law to cheat on your spouse, is it?
Well, yeah, kind of. It is. It's not. You have a legal obligation to stay with your spouse. That's why. But besides the point. Well, who's going to be the law up there? What's going to fucking happen, dude, when some dude chases a dude with a pipe wrench and this turns into fucking sunshine?
It would naturally be created.
Yeah, either we take the culture we have with us there, or we start over. And then we have to figure those things out as we go.
What I say is we send up 60 babies, 30 men, 30 boys. raised by robots, and then we just watch them from Earth, and we just see what happens to them.
It'd probably be the exact same thing that happened on Earth.
No. But like, I want them to be cultivated and raised by educated. Like robots educate them. They grow them up and everything. Like it'd be great. Like it'd be awesome. And we just watch an experiment happen.
What are you trying to create a bunch of serial killers?
I mean, we will give them cereal for sure. Yeah. Yeah, well, could you imagine the first serial killer on Mars? Like, what the fuck that would be?
Well, listen, it's probably going to happen. I mean, people are probably going to go live somewhere else eventually.
Well, of
Do you
course.
think it'll happen in our lifetime?
No.
Not in mine, no.
You don't think people are going to try? I'm not saying they're going to succeed.
I think we'll definitely send stuff out to Mars, but nothing will come of it in our lifetime. It won't even come in the lifetime of the people that are working on it right now.
That's just terrible.
It is pretty
Yeah.
depressing. Yeah.
Well, I think, we just need to build the wall and just keep moving forward. We'll work on one thing at a time.
Although people do seem like people that are really into like the tech sector and like medical advancements seem to think that like they talk like we're basically going to learn how to beat death within like the next 50 years.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah,
Well,
that's for the
Yeah, but do they
higher-
talk about beating it or just
Our
making-
consciousness will be uploaded to a computer, and that's what we'll do.
talking about like prolonging it.
Well, prolonging life, like, the cure for cancer, all that kind of stuff, like within 50 years, this stuff might not even exist.
Until
Like,
then,
because
they're super
Because
evolved.
when like the stuff flips over, it's going to happen very fast, like in terms of its eradication.
Well, they have the cure, Sean.
Yeah.
They have
They're
the cure.
they're just holding it, okay? Until
Sean, you didn't see that video Ryan shared on Facebook last week? Just convinced me.
What?
They've had the
Oh,
cure for
sure.
fucking 20, 20, or 30 years, so.
No,
Well-
Sean, do you mean that they think that they're going to, potentially make somebody live forever in 50 years?
in like, well, I guess it depends how you like would classify being alive, but I think we're gonna find a way to move consciousness outside of your physical being.
Do you think they're going to be able to do that?
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
Elon Musk
Yeah.
is saying.
Yeah.
Well,
That's kind of like
Mike,
they're
would you
already
do it?
they're already like Elon Musk is actually one of these people that is spearheading while at the same time saying like, oh, you guys should really worry about AI, and then he's like, hey, let's put AI in your brain.
Yeah, but that you talking about for like Alzheimer's and stuff?
Yeah, the neural network. No, but that's not just for Alzheimer's. That's going to be it's designed for everybody. But the Alzheimer's people are going to be the first ones that benefit from it.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
it is very cool.
Yeah, but doing that is way different than downloading something, isn't it?
Well, eventually it would lead to that, though. You would be able to upload your subconscious or your
And then where
consciousness
would you get downloaded into?
into like some in the
Google.
mainframe, like yeah. You
Dan's
got
just-
recharge.
I love Dan's just throwing words out there. He's like, yeah, down you download it to the mainframe.
It's
to the
gotta be some
mainframe.
shit like that. Where are you gonna go?
The central neural net hub.
Yeah.
You
No.
go to the
Okay.
servers in Switzerland and you'll be on a server. Probably
No,
the
yeah.
big one.
seriously,
It's probably
okay,
a
so
file.
After you get downloaded, where do you get uploaded to? Or what?
You're
Well,
just
see,
up-
this is the question.
you're
This
just
is the
up-
question now. Now, are they able to make copies of you? Like, there's all sorts of ethical shit that is
Well,
going to
like-
have to be worked out. Literally, there are people that think about this stuff.
Yeah. That's pretty wild.
Like,
I
you
would
can even go on
yeah.
like YouTube and just like look up like artificial intelligence debate, consciousness debate. Like, you can watch the people that are actually working on this stuff and philosophers, and they
the
will
Hoover
argue.
Institute's really good.
Yeah.
The Hoover
Okay. So in this scenario, if you believe this, that means like you wouldn't really have a soul. Like the soul.
That's
If-
that's the
No.
question.
No, you would have a soul, but like you'd just be kept online.
Do you have Michael? Do you think you have a soul?
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe that. But
Well,
you
like,
know.
what is your soul, Michael? Is it an actual physical representation, like a thing that can be represented in like the physical form?
Or is it
Or
your
is it-
consciousness?
Yeah. Well, it might have
well,
a physical form. Some
it's-
people argue that.
To me, it's kind of like both. It's like a little bit of physicalness, but it's like a shield around me, kind of, I guess, in me.
Like in and or
No, Michael, that's called those are the wings of your guardian angel.
wrapped around you.
No, but that's why I think of a soul as like, yes, it's part of my consciousness, but also a part of like me as like a person. And once I'm dead, there's no way to like. It's not something that you can like grab and touch. It's like kind of. It's just there.
So what
Well,
happens when you die and then you're revived?
that's the paradigm. That's the new paradigm that there are. Like, are you the same person? Is that actually you anymore? Actually, you know what's a movie that actually kind of does this, but in a really dumb fucking way. It's not a very good movie. It's called The
Alan
Sixth.
Page movie?
No, it's called The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's about exactly this, like cloning yourself and then like uploading your consciousness into a new like clone of you. And then, are you the same person? Is that you? And you got to figure that. And that's kind of like the bigger, I guess, ethical debate surrounding a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wonder about. I mean, it would be interesting to see somebody to see if they were still them, like if it was still.
Like you would still feel like their presence. You mean like
Yeah,
in that kind of way when you are around somebody you're familiar with, they have like a presence that you actually like kind of feel on another level.
yeah, if that's possible. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's probably why there's so many kids that go missing from fucking Washington, D.C.'s. So they have all these capsules for all these future old people.
no, it's all those damn liberal perverts.
Right, Dan?
Yeah.
Dan's like these SJW beta cucks. They're all stealing these kids, okay? And they're going. You know why they want them? They're going after their endocrine glands, okay? Their endocrine glands. Look it up. Look it up.
You
I
know
mean,
what
have you ever
bothers-
just looked at Bernie Sanders?
Dude, he looks like such a fucking potato head. I can't stand that fucking guy.
He does kind of look like a cartoon character.
Dude, he's so over there. I can't even do it. I can't. I'm so bad at accents. I won't. But like he's so dumb. It's like I can't believe. Listen, I have a question. So he says this shit all the time. He goes, "Oh, you shouldn't have to pay back your college debt because your college should be a right or whatever." And I'm sitting there and I'm like, "Well, no one makes you buy a fucking house. No one makes you go to college. No one makes you buy a fucking house. No one makes you buy the $50,000 car, the Lexus, whatever."
You know what,
So
though?
like, it's like kind of bullshit.
The thing, though, I understand where he's coming from.
How? How?
No, just as far as just like, I don't know.
Because
Well,
of this. Here,
I think like the idea that like educating yourself is something that could potentially ruin the rest of your life is a weird dynamic.
Well, just don't get educated in something stupid.
Like instead of talking about getting rid of all the debt, why don't we just fix the infrastructure of colleges and like the whole loaning process?
Yeah,
Why don't we
because
talk about-
it's all a fucking scam.
Yeah, that is a fucking scam. Yeah.
Why don't we talk about that? Go ahead, Mike.
well, I think his thing on it is that education ultimately makes it better for society.
Yes.
So he's saying the more educated people we have, the better it is going to be for our society. The more prosperous we're going to be.
Which is
Sure.
true. It's
Which
true.
is not necessarily though, because if they're being let's break this down. They're indoctrinating our fucking kids to be these fucking monsters, dude. Like seriously, like think about it. They're being indoctrinated. Like they're like, come to school, we'll pay you fuck tons of money, so that like, or you're gonna have to pay all this money. So people don't want to feel like they're fucking up. So they're like, I have to believe this shit because I'm $80,000 in debt and I still got 2 years of school to go.
Well, I
So
think
I have to believe in
I think a good way to mitigate some of this stuff where it is like if not every degree costs the same, whereas like so you would go out and like look at what is like the realistic expectation out in the market that I'm going to make for this degree.
But they won't do that.
And then the price of the degree is commensurate with what you were going to make.
Or just
That would
go
be fair.
to
That would be
community
fair.
Go to a community college. That works too. Like you don't if you're
There's such a joke. I go to a community college.
yeah, but it's
It's
just as good. It's technically just as good as education as far as knowledge,
Hey
information.
Dan,
I think I'm in the top like 20 people at that college, and I am not a smart person.
Yeah,
hey
right.
Dan.
Yeah.
When I went to community college, I always left the community part out.
Oh, you just said I went to college.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, but you did go to college. You did go to college.
No, I know. I love community college. I thought it was
think community
great.
college is a great thing, yeah.
Community college is one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
But like that's the thing though. Like Mike, how much, if you don't mind me asking, did you take out a lot of money in student loans?
No, I never took out any.
Holy shit, Mike! See, you never had to do it. You just had to do what? You had to work, and you did. You still got to do what you want to do. It's just that people want to go out and take the easy route sometimes.
Yeah, but like the last 2 years, I got a lot of financial aid, so that was very helpful.
And that's great, but you earned that financial aid because of your grades and you,
No.
right?
No.
No, because of my income, bitch.
Dan, he is a Bernie Sanders lover. That's why he got that money from the federal government.
Hey, dude, I will never
me
say anything.
and me and Mike we were for a long time. Mike used to share with this kind of lifestyle. It's called being off the grid. Okay, and when you're off the grid, you can just tell the government like whatever you want to tell them.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
much.
actually very beneficial. It's really stress-free.
Yeah, when you're trying to get free money for college, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But even then, like after, because like I'm at the point now, like I'm about to be done with like community college, and like aid does not actually pay for all of what it would cost to go to a like more like a university.
No.
So now but I don't want to take out I don't want to take any student loans out because I'm just like it has kind of ruined my life, my wife's like life for a long time. It took a long time for us to get out of that hole.
However,
Yes.
though, you can take calculated risks so that
Sure.
money you're making in financial aid will go towards the money, like, for example, where I go to school, it pays about half of it. So,
Yeah,
but like
and that's where I'm going to go to school.
But you're also, but Ryan, you're getting a degree in nursing, a bachelor's, where you got a set level of income that you're going
Holy
to be.
shit, Ryan! This fucking Joker guy, he's over there fucking doxing you.
I think it's. Well, I mean, if you really think about it, though, you made a smart, educated decision on what you went to school for. I mean, I hope you end up enjoying it and you really care about the people that you're taking care of, and you don't turn into a piece of shit. That'd be great. But
Yeah.
that's yeah. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's like you made a. It's like we have a certain Mr. P, all our mutual friend that we've gamed with before, Mr. P, PB, and Jay. He There's PB&J over there fucking got his degree in what, chemical engineering or some shit? I'm like, that's a good degree to get it in.
yeah.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
Money in
Yeah.
college, too, determines whether or not you stay on track, whether you change your degrees. That's where they
Yeah.
get you. Because colleges or high schools don't really, like, tell you about community college. They really kind of just tell you about the universities. So it's kind of just, I feel like high schools are, in a way, not necessarily responsible, because responsibility always falls on the person, but they're, like, part of the whole scam, too. Because they're not, like, nudging you towards going to community college for 2 years. They're talking about the university. So it's just,
Well, yeah, and I think that's probably depends on the quality of your advisor and how like
yeah, my advisor didn't give a shit. So.
yeah.
Yeah, and like you can't just go to school for what you want. Like I would love to go to school for like evolutionary philosophy or biology mixed, but I would never go for that because there's no money in it.
And that's up to you. That's a personal choice, right? I mean, but if you knew going to get that degree was what the bottom line was, and you still made that decision, it's your choice. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, so
I mean
that's
what everybody has that like that's
Yeah,
true
but
no matter
then
what.
Bernie Sanders is like, well, we're gonna pay for your student debt.
Well, I think there is a reality to the idea that some people don't have like good support in their life. Some people make bad decisions when they're 19.
Okay,
like,
so what? So
I'm
when
just
someone's
saying.
19 years old and they buy a fucking Corvette, then it's my fucking
No,
problem.
of course.
No.
But
That's the same thing. They're buying a
No,
Corvette.
but Dan, they won't even let you buy a Corvette. So if you were 18 years old, they're not going to let you buy a Corvette, but they're going to let you take an $80,000 loan out for
Yeah, I
school.
agree.
with crazy interest rates.
I mean,
Yeah.
school loans are predatory.
Do it. I know, but it's just good parents that it's that's why it's the parents' responsibility.
And
Not even
everybody-
that.
Not everybody has that.
Well, they
It's not
should.
even whether or not you're a good parent. People just don't know.
How do you not know? It's like everywhere. Well, at least today it's everywhere.
No, like if I don't know, you might not know as a parent. You may not have exposed yourself to the information that
sounds like
college is a
it's
scam.
out of my fucking problem. That's what it sounds like.
No, it's really the college's loan, wherever these kids are getting their loans from. That's the problem.
You can't get loan forgiveness. We know, but we got a few minutes left here. So, Sean, do you got the yay or nay of the day?
Is that where we're gonna jump straight into that?
We got to jump to you. We got a certain amount of time, right? So, yay or nay of the day.
Wow, Dan, you totally killed it.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm the timekeeper. It says on the paper. That's what my job is. So,
Right here on the paper, right here, my name, dash,
Ryan.
timekeeper.
No, Ryan, your name is
Hey,
Ryan
hey.
never shows up. And then
Hey, Dan, you like that guy in the Matrix, man? You like the guy that holds the keys? What's
That
that
old
guy's
bitch?
name? Yeah,
the gatekeeper or some shit. Is that me?
The Keymaster.
Key master. There we go.
Jesus.
I'm the master.
Bro, I thought you were talking about the Oracle.
wow, isn't that just a shitty job to have?
Like he just holds keys. It's so boring. Okay, yay or nay? Sean, you got anything for yay or nay today?
Okay, our year and we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna keep it clean.
Okay.
Well, maybe some are cleaner than others, but eating butt. Do you do it or not?
Yeah.
Yay or nay?
Do or receive? Hold on. You're talking about just doing?
Yay or
Like,
nay? Eat
thing
butt.
is-
Shut up. Don't complicate it. Yay or nay. You can say whatever you want about it from your perspective. Yay or nay? Eating butt.
Yay. Dan says yay.
I say yay. I also give and receive.
Yeah, I give and receive.
I said neither.
Oh,
Wait.
that's so selfish.
Sean, wait,
man.
well, that's not. Sean, what are you for yay or nay?
Oh, I'm a nay because I don't like. I don't. But I don't expect it in return either. I'm just like I just.
Neither do I.
I just forego the entire experience.
Also, we
I
got
mean,
we got a split decision here. Let's make our arguments.
Do we have to come to an
yes.
agreement?
No, I want to hear the nayers' reason.
Okay.
Nays go first because nays are gay, and the yays are right. And I can't. So pay the yays, nays.
Go, Sean. I'll go after.
okay. Oh Jesus! All this pressure. This fucking alt-right guys yelling at me. Well, the reason why is just because I feel like I don't want anything done to me that I'm not willing to do to somebody else,
But
and
why
vice,
will you
and
not-
vice versa. Hold on, will you let me tell? Jesus Christ, guy.
Well, get to the point, Sean. Okay, I need to hear this shit now.
So
You're not-
more or less, like I would never trust my butthole to be clean enough unless I was just had a fresh shower.
Okay,
For
so
somebody to stick their tongue in my ass, and then especially, and so I don't want to do it to somebody else then in the
So you
return because I would be like, I don't know if I trust this. Now, that's not to say it could ever happen. Heat of the moment, you know, maybe you're both in the shower
Yeah.
and you can scrub
Do
your
it.
buttholes clean.
No!
And then maybe under those circumstances, maybe.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. I eat butt.
Damn. All right, Mike. Go ahead.
All right, I don't do it just because it seems really dirty to me, and
Mike, that's hot.
I don't want someone doing it to me just because
What if I like it?
if you like doing it,
No.
No.
I mean, no, I'm just, yeah, it's just to me it kind of seems like you could catch something.
Well, I mean, everyone's
Yeah, you could.
You could, yeah, I guess.
Mike, I got a question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a little visual aid. Everyone close their eyes, and listeners too, just close your eyes.
Hold on, Dan.
And the first.
Why do you like it? Before we get there.
Hold on, I just wanted to do this as a study for Michael. Mike, you got 3 seconds to answer, okay? And then all you have to do is in your head, when I say go, name the position you're gonna get your butt eaten in. 3, 2, 1, go.
Doggy style?
Oh, Mike, you're gonna be like kneeling on all fours, and she's gonna come from behind and pluck
Such
her away, huh?
submissive stance. Very interesting. Of
But there is no manly way to get your butt eaten. First and foremost,
course there
I
is.
no, there isn't.
Yes, there
No,
is.
Ryan.
I'll tell you.
Okay, Ryan. First,
Ending.
since you're your first day, you be the first yay, and you describe why.
Okay. Similar to what Dan says, I just don't give a fuck. But also, I'm just a big fan of giving pleasure. So, but
I would say so am I. I guess I don't know. Like
Me too. I love it, but not that.
right, and I'll say this to that. It will happen.
Okay, wait, Ryan. What is the manly way to get your butthole eaten? I can only think of one because I've done it all.
standing strong.
100%. That's right.
What do you mean, like a Captain Morgan stance, like with your
Yeah, wide
leg up
base,
on a chair?
wide base stance, balls dangle.
Hitting in
Yeah.
the chin. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Are
because
you getting a reach around while this is happening, or you jerking yourself off? What's the deal?
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Okay.
No, I would jerk myself off. That's not for me to do.
That would be wildly inappropriate.
So I remember the first. So obviously I'm a yay, and I'm a big believer in eating butt
I
because.
know Diaz got a mustache too.
Dude, listen, man, listen. I've done it clean shaven. I've done it stubble. I've done full beard. The full beard is a mess. So I can get weird. You know, you smell it like 2 hours later. You're like, oh, like you get a whiff. Just somewhere it's hanging out. But so I remember because like the first time I ever got my butthole eaten, she was like 36, and I think I was like 22. You know, she was great. But dude, the first time she grabs the back of my thighs and she's licking my taint and my like sucking on my balls, like when you pop in and it kind of hurts and you're like because they pop in their mouth.
Yeah.
And I
And you
look.
fucking hit them.
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
But like she just pushed my knees to my chest, dude. Knees to chest, like.
That's awesome.
Curled me into a ball and just started going to town. And next thing you know, dude, I'm jerking myself off
Did
with
you
my
start-
my stomach, like my dick hitting my stomach and shit. And I came all over my own tits. It was fucking incredible.
Let me put this out there. This is the difference between me and Dan's ass eating. Okay. Similar to what Sean was saying, it has to be a clean.
I mean,
Yeah. Like it has to be
Operation.
it has to be premeditated,
Dan,
right?
I know
You can't just do
Dan.
this on a whim.
Dan will go in there full regalia, all
Yeah.
sweaty, fucking pooping on himself. You know, it's just
I'm just
gross.
gonna tell you right now, guys. I don't give a fuck. Ryan says he doesn't, but I really don't.
No, yeah, I don't.
I will inspect because I always fuck with the lights on. I like to see what I'm looking at. And and I'm gonna tell you right now, if I turn the lights off because I don't like what I'm looking at, I ain't eating the butt anyway. I ain't doing that. So there's got to be a certain level degree of like attractiveness for me to eat a butt. Like if I'm gonna go straight for the ass, like I've done it, dude. I've gone straight for the butthole, straight up.
Right.
Straight to it. Like
You
probably do it just because you're like, I'm really gonna impress this.
No, dude, listen, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it, dude. Sometimes, like, get good old butthole eating just brightens my day. I go home, dude, my butthole's a little soggy, because it didn't clean up too good. And I'll sit there. I'm sitting proud, dude. I'm sitting proud on my way home. Sitting proud of me, Sam.
Is that it for the butthole eating?
Any other yay or nays?
no, we only do one a week.
You want to just do that one for the week then? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the one.
I'm just saying, Mike, give it a shot, dude. If it's ever offered, make sure you're comfortable, right? So get in your dog.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe we should specify, Mike. We're talking about a culo here, right?
A rodeo.
A culo. Isn't that what it said?
Wasn't it a Rolo? Isn't that what they're called?
Listen, if it did happen, it would have to be underneath. We would have to be in water.
Well, that was also my stipulation. It's like if we're in the shower and it's like,
Mike, what would you do if you were eating a girl's ass and she's shit in your mouth? What would you do?
Well, Dan, I wouldn't be happy.
You finally you break down because she starts to have the bubble guts. But since you're breaking down and she knows it, so it's like it's something you would never do, and then just a little. It's kind of like a bubble pop of poo.
Not even that. What if you just farted in your mouth?
Well, I mean, one time, dude, I was doing this chick from behind, and I stuck my thumb in there like a bowling ball, and I squeezed her ass at the same time. Air went in because she had a very loose butthole. So, like, when it went in, and then I popped my thumb out, dude, she speckled me like a goddamn Jackson Pollock Peyton. Like, I'm talking to you, like, up and down. Did I stop fucking? No, because I ain't no punk bitch. And I came. And I came with shit on my.
That's disgusting, dude. You're fucking vile.
Why do you crawl back in your fucking hole, Joker?
Yeah, I just watched Return of the King last night, and all I can think about is Smeagol.
Hey guys, a hobbit's got to do what a hobbit's got to do.
Yeah. Even if it changes them forever.
Right.
No, but I mean, like there's one ring to rule them all. Oh, that's pretty good, dude. The butthole ring, the Ryan, what is that called? The sphincter? What is that called?
What?
That
What do you
muscle
mean?
around your
Or
ball.
Anal sphincter?
Yeah, but what is the sphincter muscle called? You know?
I
Yeah.
think
To a
there's just a
fucking degree.
sphincter thing.
Holy shit. Um. All right. Well,
Well, Dan, make sure you train that muscle.
dude, listen, dude. I don't know about you guys, but the older I get, the harder it is. Like, dude, sometimes I'm farting and it's a little bit extra than what I want. Like, it just seems like it's happening. Is it my diet? Probably. Probably. I'd probably need to eat more fig Newtons or something. I'm not getting enough fiber in my diet, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you ever had a real fig Newton?
What do you
Die
mean?
for.
What,
You ever had
like a plant? The fig?
no, like a real fig Newton that's made not like
Not
you
from
go
the
to a
store.
bakery and you buy a real fig Newton that's baked.
You know what I used to always think when I was a kid, Mike?
What?
That when I was eating fig Newtons, I was eating newt guts.
You oh
Like
really?
the newt, yeah. I used to think those were little lizard guts. I was like, these are delicious, and I tried to eat one in real life.
Well, if
It
you
was
like
not
really bitter things and something that's like
tart. I think tart is the term.
yeah, tart, yeah, it's I love it. I love them.
Well, I think it's pretty good. Well, Sean, you want to dance us out?
yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and other things which remain to be decided yet. If you just check out or search Zoobox podcast, you should find the Zoobox label, and
Yeah.
that'll take you where you need to go. Most of this stuff will be in whatever description box of whatever you're looking at, and so to all five of you, most of that are probably related to us,
Hi, Mom.
have a have a good night,
God, I
and
hope Mom isn't listening to
safe travels. Eat but well.
this. Eat but well. Yay or nay?
Amen.
Okay. Amen.
Don't come in here.
Hi.
You understand?
Ryan.
All right, that should be good.
Ryan, were you talking to Mom?